What a beautiful setting. Well, I have to say it's a project that I've been thinking about a long time. When I was just starting out playing the guitar, some of my favorite, what were records then, not CDs, were bands that had organ in it. The first one that hit me the hardest was Jimmy Smith and Wes Montgomery.
You know the deal, a constant search, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So these records were very fundamental in my learning jazz guitar. So it always kind of was in there somewhere, you know, and my CDs in general are more pop-ish, more R&B, more what they call smooth jazz in America. I've always wanted to make a record where I could just play straight ahead jazz. And this is my first CD that I'm doing on my own label. Harvey and I were discussing his love and my love for organ bands, and Harvey, it turns out, grew up playing in organ bands in Atlantic City, Philadelphia. He grew up around there, then he moved to the West Coast. I went to see Chris Bodie, and my friend Mark Whitfield was playing with him, and I said, "Hey Mark, do you know any good organ players, you know?" And he said, "I know a great organ player, Pat Bianchi." I said, "Okay, cool." Now in this day and age you can go on YouTube and you can hear people play. So I immediately went home, found 2 or 3 videos and was like, wow, this guy is something else, man, he's fantastic. Bernie. Brönner is such a special friend and it's such a great musical relationship. We've done CDs together, him on mine, mine on his. We've done tours together. So I always try to include him. Eric Marienthal, of course, is one of my best friends, and those 2 guys, I couldn't think of 2 better guys to get involved. And then there's some percussion and stuff here and there, but the basic group was the trio.
Called me a few months ago and said, "Hey, you know, I've got this project," and the great thing about Chuck is that he's so incredibly creative, not only as a player, as a composer, as a producer, but in terms of putting projects like this together. very excited about that. He's going to be my producer. The record's called It's Love, and it's going to come out on Peak Records February of next year. And I'm very excited. We've been on this tour writing together and deciding, putting the project together. So during August and September, we're going to be recording it, and I can't wait.
Testing, 1, 2, muy bien. Carmen's CD, which is called Mi Bossa Nova, she did a very special interview on National Public Radio in America 2 weeks ago, about 2.5 weeks ago, and the record became #1 in the country. #1 on Billboard, on iTunes, on Amazon.com, and it's getting a lot of buzz. So for Tweety Records, it's like we've only just started and we already have a #1 record. My next project is going to be just guitar. I'm just going to play, not solo guitar, not just me sitting and playing, but me playing like, you could think of it as a guitar orchestra or guitarchestra. And where I'm going to try to use different colors and different kinds of guitars and sounds and all the stuff that I do when I do my little solo pieces in concert. Because of my joining Foreplay, Metro, we were supposed to do a new Metro CD in 2010. Our idea is to make the next CD so that it's even more different from Foreplay, a special edition CD, and have those guests, and maybe even more, maybe some other guys, you know. We were thinking of, well, we don't know yet, so I won't say too much about it, but it's going to be expanded. It's not just going to be a straight Metro project, but always with that style, fusion. Okay.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Eric Marienthal, Till Brönner, Pat Bianchi, Harvey Mason. My name is Chuck Loeb. We are D.I.G. Muchísimas gracias.